What up, it's Simmons here. Here's my review for The Black Phone. Now, The Black Phone is actually based on a short story. I thought it was based on a book, but it's actually a short story by not Stephen King, but his son Joe Hill. Now, The Black Phone stars the likes of Ethan Hawke, as well as some like newcomers here. And it's where Finney, who's this shy but clever 13-year-old, is abducted by the sadistic killer played by Ethan Hawke and is trapped in the soundproof basement where screaming is a little abused here. And when the disconnected phone on the wall begins to ring, Finney discovers that he can hear the voices of the killer's previous victims, and they are also dead set on making sure what happens to them doesn't happen to Finney. And they're pretty much like one of the kids is like I guess you could say I don't know like a mentor to Finney here. I mean, I gotta say this movie was really cool. It was really creepy. Ethan Hawke plays what a year for him. I mean, him playing like villains between stuff like Moon Knight, now Black Phone. It's always cool seeing him play a bad guy here. Of course, you got Jeremy Davis, who plays like the kid's dad in this. Melly McGraw, who steals so many scenes as Finney's sister. I mean, if you want to hear a movie where a 12-year-old is cursing up a storm, yeah, this is definitely one for you. I mean, talk about kids with foul mouths. I mean, oh boy. I cannot remember the last time I've ever seen a film where a kid that age was cursing up a storm. I guess you could say maybe the It movies, but even those kids were a little older than the sister. But still, I mean, this is based on a story by Joe Hill and Stephen King. You know, who's of course is that he's no stranger at writing books where kids are cursing and everything. I'll see It, Stand by Me. So yeah, this definitely feels like those classic Stephen King tales with stuff like Stand by Me or I'll probably say it's more like Stand by Me in a weird way, but if it was more horror centric. Uh, anyway, you also had James Ransone, speaking of it fame, also appearing in this. He was really cool. I mean, this is actually directed by Scott Derrickson, who I've not been this might just be my favorite Scott Derrickson movie because I have not really been fond of most of his stuff. I mean, he's done some like, of course, he's done Doctor Strange. He did do Emily Rose, but I was not big with Sinister. That was pretty not so great. That horror film he did with Eric Bana, Deliver Us from Evil, is maybe one of the worst things he's ever put out. So I mean, he's a bit of a hit and miss to me. But this just may be my favorite thing he's put out. It's so creepy, so terrifying. This thing will leave you guessing beginning to end. I mean, this movie is of course from Blumhouse, and Blumhouse does it again. I mean, the stuff that Blumhouse puts out is just usually always great. Not everything he puts out tries to go, but yeah, I mean, this movie is such a really good gem. It is really trained. Good performances. I thought the kid here, not can't remember what his name is. Let me. Mason Danes. Yeah, that's his name there. I He's definitely a star to keep our eye for. I know he was really great at playing his part. And there was also some other kids in this. The one that actually like is pretty much a friend of his, and he stands up for him and everything. I, I think he stole lots of scenes too. So if you guys have not really seen The Black Phone, do yourself a favor, go check this thing out. And I'm glad this thing took place in the 70s because could you imagine this thing taking place in modern times and them like using their cell phones? I really don't think this would ever work if it took place in modern times. To be honest, I think it would have been terrible if it took place in modern times. So I'm glad that they stuck with the 70s timeline because let's be for real, how many kids like any younger folks are gonna see this movie and not even gonna know what that phone thing is because there's not like there's a lot of phones that be hanging on walls anymore, But yeah, that's a different topic. But anyway, yeah, if you guys have not seen The Black Phone, do yourself a favor. It's in theaters. I'll say watch this thing in theaters, or if you just want to wait till it's on Peacock, sure. But it's worth watching on the big screen. Anyway, let me let you guys. Did you have a chance to check out The Black Phone? If so, what's up? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simi signing off.